Previously on the Mundane and the Arcane.
All right. Our three adventurers managed to make their way out of the tunnel of Grindelwald. And as they stepped out, they found themselves on a scene of what looked to be a small town that was being assaulted. They later discovered that it was by an army of skeletons. You waited until dawn to see if the skeletons would disperse. They did not. You made your way to the nearby oasis to see if you could find a secret entrance into town. You did not. You managed to cast a few spells, get over the walls, and break through the siege. And you guys have now landed into the town of Oobalar. As you three land on the interior walls of the town of Oobalar, the people that were guarding the walls seem to let y'all through. I mean, you aren't skeletons, but they're watching you trepidatiously. And as you all land, they kind of rush forward, and they're like, "Have you been sent by the kingdom? Are you here to save the town of Oobalar?" And they all seem to be flocking towards y'all. Like, there's a good solid, 30 people that it seemed to be approaching to see what the heck is going on.
Gronk is still super big, right?
As long as Deacon hasn't released the spell.
I haven't released the spell.
Zenko thinks for a second and says no and yes.
What does that mean? I don't
We
know what you're
We weren't sent by a kingdom, but we came across, and so we decided to help you out.
Oh, good. I guess 3's more than we had yesterday, or an hour ago. Okay. Somebody go get Corin! They all kind of look around confusedly, and then the person just shouts out, "Corin, go get him!" And somebody scampers off towards the direction of the front gate. I mean, there's a few minutes, y'all are on a different side of town, so.
Hi, y'all. I'm Deacon Bishop of the Grand Bishops.
Hi, I'm Grant. This is Gorkin. This is Ambio. This is, and they just start naming people because they have no idea what else they should be doing at this moment. And then all of a sudden,
shake all of their hands.
All the people on the top of the wall turn. They're coming back around, and they turn back towards and start firing on the other side of the wall. Now that the turn undead has lost visual.
Well, Zenko gets back up, gets to the top of the wall, and is going to cast Channel Divinity, Turn Undead.
Wow. Okay. So that was a 3, a 2, and a 1 on saving throws. So there's
pretty good.
Yeah, there's a solid 50 of these skeletons or so that just scatter away from this portion of the wall. And all these people that were firing, as you're looking around, it's predominantly dwarves. But they're all firing down, and as they start to flee, they all just turn towards Zenko and just, "Who are you?"
I am a skeleton engulfed in flesh, therefore I am more powerful. Ha 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 ha. Oh, my name is Zenko. Nice to meet you.
Turn their crossbows towards you as you're announcing that you're a skeleton,
Wrapped in flesh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it was a joke. We're all skeletons wrapped in flesh. We all have skeletons inside of us.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Oh, shit!
I'm just curious to their reaction.
Zenko and her dad jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Aw. Hold up. That's 12.
All right. You do see, it looks to be about 2 or 3 of them actually chuckle at the joke, and after their laughter dies down, they look at the scenario around them and just that broke them from the severity of the situation for a sec.
Gronk would be normal sized by now.
Okay.
Oh no, I shrunk.
Regular-sized Gronk.
Honey, I shrunk the Gronk.
There's about 10 more of these dwarves nearby that, like, they got what you meant. They didn't really see the humor in it, but they're like, well, no, that makes sense. And then there's another, like, 10 to 15 around that are just looking at you like, I don't know who this woman is, but okay.
Quick, does somebody have Tasha's hideous laughter?
I do.
Hey, that's my usual reaction from people, so it works.
All right. I guess after this is probably taking a couple minutes for you to like climb up and then scatter them and everybody to react. You see, you can almost hear it before you see him, is this clanking of metal armor. And it seems to be moving rather quickly. And as it turns around and you see this gnarled, grizzled old dwarf, long scar over one eye, you see it has a limp that it can hide and kind of fight through. As he rounds the corner, he's, all right, where are these strangers?
We're right here.
Hello.
Oh,
Hey,
Hi, I'm Deke.
all right.
I'm Gronk.
And I'm Zenko. You must be Corin?
Takes a second to size you three up. Corin Boulderbeer,
Fantastic.
leader of Oobalar.
That sounds great.
Why are you here?
You guys were in trouble, and then we came and helped you, and then we climbed over the wall.
We were simply passing by on our way to help our dear friend Gronk's sister when we found your city was in much more of need of help. Wow, I cannot speak tonight.
That's all right, lass. I figured out what you were trying to say. So you're a Gronk. You have a sister.
Yeah.
You're just passing by. From where?
We came through the mountain. We came out of that cave over there.
The passage.
You went through the ancient tunnel?
Yes.
Now we
Yes.
went through the passage.
Yes. We came through that ancient tunnel. We
Gronk,
saw some
remember all
mushroom
those
people.
scriptures?
I don't think I've seen another person come out of that tunnel in over 200 years.
Really?
Ta-da!
Why?
Oh,
It was the quickest way.
we had to get to the other side.
So you survived the tunnel because it was gonna save you a few days.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where the hell are you going again?
We're gonna go
Home.
save Gronk's sister.
Who's your sister? She the queen?
No. No queen.
Well, you
We're
went
just
through.
very close to our families.
Clearly, I can respect that. What? So you're here to help. You're
Yes.
apparently strong enough to go through an ancient and very dangerous tunnel. When can you start?
I mean, I feel like we already have, honestly.
That's fair. No, I agree. What can you do?
So Gronk's going to hold up one hand, and then he's going to do like the pulling his thumb off
The
trick.
thumb trick?
Yeah. I can do this. Is this something?
I'm a bard and I can do like stuff.
So you can sing us some pretty songs.
Yeah, and like I don't know, put people to sleep. I'm pretty good at putting people to sleep.
Oh, you're a caster type.
Yeah.
Are there
Go ahead and give me
more
an-
undead by the wall? Sorry.
Oh yes, no, there's still like
Okay.
400 or 500 undead outside. But yeah, insight check from Deacon.
That is 13.
All right, let's see. When you say that you cast spells and like put people to sleep, Corin's reaction seems not hostile, but almost like untrustworthy.
I can tell that you are not too keen on my abilities, and that's fine. I
No,
accept you for the way you are.
I'm sure you can do many great things. You said you can put things to sleep. Skeletons can't really be put to sleep.
That's okay. I got some stuff. I got some stuff in my arsenal.
All right, so should you be on the front lines? Should you...
I mean, just like 10 feet behind Gronk is nice.
All right, and Gronk with the takeaway fingers. I'm like over 300 years old. That trick doesn't work on me. But I appreciate the...
But how about this? And then he does it with the other hand.
Right. And what about you, miss?
I'm going to cast level 2 guiding bolt into the field of undead. That is oh wow, yeah, 18 plus 6.
Okay, that will definitely hit.
Yeah, I can't do math. Okay, and now I roll 5d6.
Go for it.
12.
On 5d6?
Yeah,
Ouch.
I rolled a few ones.
Yeah. All right. As your bolt shoots out of your hand, granted, this guy's down on the ground. You're up on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to call out to somebody up there. What'd you do up there? And guard looks down. Looks like you took down about 3 of them. And it's normally your guiding bolt will hit a target and then kind of explode and put them into like a radius of like illumination. Your bolt actually managed to like tear through 2 of them just by its pure like raw divine power, and then
Nice.
finally slammed into the last one.
And then she gets down. Who's the most injured?
We've got a bunch over in the infirmary. Are you saying you can heal, lass?
Yes,
I can do some of that too.
I can do it with my bonus action.
I can also do me too. I can do some healing.
So when you said you're a caster, very
He's
well.
a bard.
I know he said that. That just means that somebody walks around and like sings songs in taverns.
I do that.
Like,
I do that too.
all
He
right.
sings, he casts, he dances, he fasts,
I guess follow me to the
he
infirmary.
lasts. Yes.
Should I go too, or I mean, I don't do
Yeah.
any of that.
I'd like to keep an eye on all 3 of you, and I'd like you to maybe coordinate with my son,
Oh, who's your son?
Corbin Boulderbeer.
Wait. And your name is
Corin.
Corin and Corbin. That's not going to get confusing at all. Got it.
You are all taken to what used to be a tavern. All the furniture has been cleared to the sides, and beds have been clearly brought in to take up the entirety of the central room. And as you approach, you can hear it before you round the corner. It's just moans and groans and screams, and it sounds like a trauma center.
Oh my.
As you approach, sorry about the racket, but circumstances. Anyway, if you could come in, I think we could if we could get my boy back on the battlefield, it'd really help morale.
Of course.
And his name is Cornin.
Corbin.
Oh.
Zenko walks up to Corbin and casts Healing Word.
All right.
Level 3.
Okay. As you approach, Corbin is much younger than Corin. You would probably figure to be about 50 or 60 years old as far as dwarves go. No like gray in his beard or anything, but you can see chunks of his beard have actually been like chopped out.
Oh.
And he looks like he has taken a lot of hits in recent battles. He's conscious, barely. He looks like he's not hanging on by a bunch.
Well, that's my third level Healing Word is 3d4 plus 3. That would be 10 points.
10 points. Okay. looking a little better. He as you cast it,
I'm not going to say get well soon.
he kind of sits up in the bed a little bit and just, pops. Ah. Who are these folk?
My name's Deacon.
Okay, Father, who are these folk?
My name's Deacon. I'm Deacon Bishop of the Grand Bishops.
Are you his father? Hi, I'm Zenko.
All right, Corbin Boulderbeer.
Take it easy.
Yeah, no, been trying.
Have some water. She hands him some of her water from. She hands him her water skin.
He'll, now that he's a little bit more conscious, like he seems kind of confused as to what's going on, he'll cautiously take the water skin, look to his dad, and his dad just gives a slight nod. And he'll drink from it, and at first it's hesitant, and then he just starts guzzling it down.
Gronk's gonna dig into his little bag and pull out some mushrooms.
Oh yes, those mushrooms.
All right.
I'm gonna. I think I have probably 2 left in my bag.
I believe so.
Would that sound about right?
That sounds about right.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna pull out both of them. Take these. They might help.
What are they? I mean,
They're
not
mushrooms.
even cooked.
They're mushrooms.
They're healing mushrooms.
Well,
We got them in Terralar.
don't think I've ever heard of it, but okay, I guess.
You've never heard of mushrooms?
You know what? Just here, my head hurts too much, and he'll take both of the mushrooms.
And call me in the morning.
Alrighty. So, where the hell did you come from?
We came from the hole in the mountain.
What hole in the mountain?
The passage of Grindola.
Nobody's been through that in centuries. Isn't that
That,
right,
that's
Pops?
not true because we just came through.
Ta-da!
What? Oh, God, my side.
Hey man,
Can you
here.
think you can help him out?
Yeah, I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder and lean in real close, and I'm gonna like, come here.
Okay,
Get well soon.
I'll do my best. Wonk.
So that's 12, 13, 14.
He's looking a lot better.
I'm gonna kiss him on his forehead.
Oh my goodness.
How you feeling there, champs?
Well, I feel a little violated. Your elven customs are a little weird, but
Half elf, it's okay.
Well, I figured that's where you got it from. I've met humans before, but anyway, I appreciate it. Are we going back out? What do you say, Pops?
I mean, I'd like to take a nap and eat something, and then I'd be more than happy to go out there and fight with y'all.
Some saviors you are. All right. Well, take your nap. I guess do it amongst the sick and the wounded. I'm sure they'll feel great.
Okay, I mean, you want us to fight now? I'll fight now. I don't care. I don't give a fuck, man.
All of a sudden, you hear piercing through all of these like howls and stuff. You hear the horns coming from the front gate.
We best get out.
Okay.
Corin's actually gonna hold out his arms. No, they're retreating.
What?
They're cheating?
They're retreating.
Oh, they're retreating.
Aye.
Sorry, your accent's real thick. Sometimes it's hard for me to understand you.
This is the guy with the thick accent.
Deacon Bishop.
The undead are retreating.
They're retreating.
Oh, neat.
They're
So that's a
running
good thing,
away.
right?
I hope so.
I mean, they're like going away, right?
Well, I'm gonna go fucking check it out. I don't know about y'all.
I mean,
Zenko follows.
I'll walk
so
with
does
him.
Gronk.
I walk with him. I want to ask him some questions. I'm gonna be like, "Hey, so Corin?
Or
I said it right. So how long have they been attacking the walls here?
little shy of a day.
A little shy of a day. Okay.
Yeah.
And do you know why?
No, saw them coming from the northwest down the road. We didn't have anywhere to go.
Northwest. What's in that direction?
It's the Gold Road. It takes you through the main part of Oxleal.
Is it a
okay.
golden brick road?
It is not. It's just gold because the light hits the sand that way.
So it is a yellow brick road?
It's not made of brick. It's just stone. It's not even a proper road. It's just the easiest way to walk.
Okay.
Who would
cool.
do that?
Should we follow it?
I mean, not with the army of the undead knocking at our door? No.
No.
So we are not off to see the wizard.
No, we're not off to see any fucking wizards.
All right, so let's
not a
go check
wizard.
to see why they retreated, yeah?
All right. It's not too hard to get up to the walls of the front gate anymore. Just have to climb over all the furniture.
Cool.
So as y'all approach the front gate, you notice that the front gate has been, like, destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
And there is piles upon piles of just any piece of wooden or solid furniture that they could just cram in and pile up to try and create a blockade here.
Cool. So, Corin, how did they break the gate, man?
Well, I mean, you hit a rock enough times with even a blunt nail, it'll eventually chisel. It'll break.
Okay. I was just curious, like, if they had, like, I don't know, some sort of special weapon or
Well,
they used magic to make it, like, shatter or something. I don't know.
there was that one bastard at the beginning.
What bastard?
I didn't get a terribly good look at him, but from what I hear, there was a robed figure, probably about 100 feet away from the wall. He had a ball of flaming energy. I don't know how this magic stuff works, but he basically began to set the walls aflame, and the skeletons charged, and they just ignored it while they were melting and turning into dust. But they managed to break down the wall in under half an hour.
Did he by any chance monologue?
No, didn't say a damn thing.
Did he just leave at any point, or was he there the whole time?
From best we can tell, he went into the tent near the back of the army.
Did he look like a Darren?
I don't think I've ever met a Darren, so I can't tell.
I know, right?
Hang on. Is there a tent there right now?
You guys haven't had a good vantage point to get a look.
Let's take a look.
I want to see if there's a tent.
All right, you guys climb up.
Yeah.
As you climb up, this is definitely the biggest concentration of these skeleton armies. It is oddly quiet, other than the scratching against the walls and, like, bones hitting wood. Like, occasionally you hear something splinter a little bit. It is the quietest fight on their end. But the dwarves are all running around, trying to give each other commands. It's a little creepy. But you would like to try and spot the tent?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead.
With perception, a 22.
It's a 13 for me with perception.
That's a 12 for Zenko.
All right, you all see the tent. It's probably about 500 feet away from the edge of town. It's not overly huge. It's probably 20, maybe 25 feet in diameter. I mean, it's a large tent, all things considered, but it's not like a massive structure or anything.
I wonder if we took him out, it would stop the undead.
I mean, has anybody thought about he called it back. Maybe he wants to talk.
To whom? To us?
We just rolled in with a double-sized Gronk, and then you're turning everything away. I think maybe he thinks that, he might be bested, or at least be in for more of a fight than he's ready for. I think it would be totally worth it to just go and try to talk to him, or stand a safe distance away and just kind of shout at the tent.
Gronk, you noticed when you saw the tent, initially it just looks black, but occasionally it's like glints of light will hit it, and then it's almost like the color, like the light gets absorbed. It's very disconcerting as far as how you've seen colors work.
So it's almost like a black hole of sorts.
It almost seems like that way, yeah. There's no event horizon or anything, but yeah, it's almost like, a cloud will kind of block the sun just a teeny bit, and then when it comes out, it's almost like the tent will light up a little bit more, and then it'll go back to the black you noticed before.
Do I see a figure or anything, or just
not at
this
distance.
anomaly?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
how far away is it?
it's about 400 or 500 feet.
Okay.
About, I would say about 350, 400 feet away. That's where you see all the skeleton armies have kind of retreated to. You see there is a small contingent of them that kind of wrap around the tent about 10 feet away from it, and then the rest just seem to be standing there.
Gronk's going to turn to the others. So, what do you guys want to do about this?
If we can talk our way out of it, that would be ideal. Maybe they thought this was some other place, and maybe they thought they were coming home, like a real Goldilocks situation. They thought they were coming home, and then Goldilocks is taking up residence in their house. But then they realized it was not their house when we showed up because we're the three bears.
Who the fuck is Goldilocks? And what does this have to do with bears?
Also, where do you think they're coming home to? We've been here.
Yeah, but they're like skeletons and dead.
Anyone who commands an undead army.
They're moving as a force.
Yeah.
Also, we've lost several dozen people. I don't know about this talking my way out of it thing.
I'm just saying, you want to protect the city?
What if you create a diversion and the rest of us sneak up behind him and kill him?
I could talk them into leaving. Potentially. And that would save your city, would it not?
That doesn't mean they wouldn't come back with friends later. I don't know.
They're skeletons. They're dead.
But the man
Who's
is not.
controlling the skeletons?
Yeah, I get it. That's why I want to go talk to them and find out who's controlling the skeletons. You know what? I think this is sort of an idea that because we could just talk to them and maybe they'll just leave forever. Or at the very least, we can, by going to talk to them, we get close enough to murder him.
Gronk's going to turn to Cornyn. Do you guys have a secret passage by chance? Maybe the three of us can sneak out and come up from behind.
Do what?
I don't know. Stop this madness, maybe? That's what I got.
Give me a persuasion check.
14.
Hey, Dad. What if we went up behind him and we murdered him? Maybe that would turn all the skeletons into dust. I don't know. Should we tell him? Shush, boy. Ah. He looks at the three of you. Very well. I hope you can hold your breath. And if you four can take out whoever this wizard is.
We are going to see a wizard.
Well, technically he's a necromancer if he's controlling dead people.
They're all vile.
I mean, okay. That's kind of, you know, like all-encompassing, very generalized statement about people who cast magic. But I mean, you know, that's fine.
Okay, look. The four of us, I'm assuming you want your son to go with us.
I don't think I could turn Corbin away.
Then let's do it.
With 4 of us, we have a better chance.
All right, get your nap in. We'll see what food we can scrounge up.
Thank you.
And, Corbin will take you to the tunnel as soon as you're ready to go.
Should we wait until nightfall?
It's when they attacked last time.
So then they should be distracted.
It's possible.
Sounds good to me.
So is that a short rest or a long rest?
It would more than likely be a short. Because by now it's probably like mid-afternoon.
By now it's probably about 2 o'clock.
Yeah, we just take a short rest. That's like what?
It's an hour.
Oh, it's just an hour?
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of like we hang out for like 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah, that or you could try to push for a long rest if you'd like.
That's 8 hours.
Yes.
And then that would put us
I mean,
at
that would
like
be
10
at night.
o'clock at night.
Yeah, that'd be night.
Okay, that's fine.
Let's do it. Long rest it is.
All right. You guys begin to take a long rest. Throughout the rest of the day, y'all are taken to one of these houses that does not appear to be currently in use. There aren't any beds in it, but there is still a couch and a chair. And then I guess one of y'all can sleep on the floor. I don't know.
I'll just take out my pack and lay on the floor. I don't care.
Cool.
All right.
So how do you think we should approach this?
I mean, I could walk up to the tent and just like, be like, hey. I mean, here's what we gotta. If they're attacking the wall again, then I mean, it wouldn't be that hard to just like go up behind them and sneak up and.
There are a lot of them, and
I bet they could all be attacking the wall. They were all attacking the wall before.
yeah, but they started to turn our direction. So there's some kind of awareness there.
Yeah, but I mean, we get.
They're
up
not
to
just going to stand there and let us chop all of them down.
Yeah, but we just walk up to the tent and Zenko can just make them all run away.
And we're talking about attacking the one controlling them.
Yeah, we just make them run away, kill this guy, and in the end, zip zip. I mean, does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. I just don't know if it's going to go as planned.
We could always be prepared for it to not go as planned.
I mean, we just run up on this guy. Y'all, hold out the baddies, and I'll cast Lehman's tiny hut, and we'll just like hold him down inside the hut. And then
I'm just concerned that if he is controlling this many undead, he's probably pretty powerful, wouldn't you think?
yeah, but we're pretty powerful too, right?
Yeah, we're all
I'm not-
right.
Zenko's got like rock skin and shit. I play the lute. I mean, you got that sword where the blade disappears. That's pretty cool.
I just don't want to go in this lightly.
We
mean,
are not going in lightly, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I can make you real big, whatever.
Deacon
up?
talks like it's light, but he's not taking it lightly. I can tell.
All right.
It'll be all right,
gonna
Gronk.
turn to Corbin. So, where's this secret passage?
Hey, it's in Louetta's house.
All right.
It runs down into a subsidiary that comes from the Oasis.
All right. And how far is the Oasis from the tent?
From the tent, about a third of a mile, maybe half.
Okay. All right. So here's what I'm thinking. If they're whoever this is, if they're controlling the masses, they're probably going to be kind of distracted. We should come out from the Oasis, go out a little ways, and then come back around.
Okay.
Sounds like a good plan.
I love it.
All right, fine. That's what we're doing.
Do you have a better idea?
It's just usually go in head first, but that seems like suicide after yesterday, so...
Yeah.
Element of surprise.
Yeah. Also, going like hands first is probably smarter because then you can like block your head from getting beat up and stuff.
See, he just kind of pats down on his leather helm. You notice he's like where his dad is fully armored and looks like a soldier going off to war. Corbin seems to be mostly unarmored, and you notice he has for a dwarf, like a giant warhammer.
Cool.
I hope you're good with that thing.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, fuck it, let's do this.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Lead the way.
So you're good at the Warhammer, I take it.
He this thing weighs, you can tell it weighs a lot, and he just casually lifts it onto his shoulder like it's
a
short sword, probably like a medium-sized sword to him.
You name your hammer?
Not this one. This one's new.
Oh.
Only had this one for a little over a couple of weeks.
Okay, well maybe you'll have a name for it after this.
Hey.
Be like Skeleton Smasher.
Bone
Crusher.
I'm going to just say based on personality-wise, I'm going to give insight checks to Deacon and Zenko. Sorry, Gronk, you play a little oblivious a lot of the time. So
Natural 20.
I got a 17.
Okay. Go ahead with that roll. Go ahead and give me a perception check, Zenko.
Another perception check?
The first was insight.
Oh,
this one's
sorry.
perception.
That would be a 15 for perception.
Okay. When you both notice when he says that this weapon's very new, he doesn't really he didn't buy it or find it. He's not really sure how this weapon came into his possession. Zenko, when you look, you see engraved down the hilt, and then just especially towards the base, and then on each side of the Warhammer heads, you see that coin symbol.
Dope.
All right.
What's the coin symbol again?
It's tied to the god of fate.
Oh, sweet.
The one that literally me and Deacon have. Gronk's just looking around in the silence.
No, I mean, Corbin's going to be walking y'all to Louetta's house.
Okay.
All right. As you all head to Louetta's house, Corbin just kicks the door in with just abandon. He doesn't seem to care that if anybody was inside that they would notice. And he just directly walks to her kitchen, opens up a trap door, And you notice that there's actually a kind of a weird contraption set up next to this trapdoor that looks similar to a well, but it almost looks like it collapses and like can be put away.
Well.
And he's like, well, we climb down here, we'll be in the river that leads over from the oasis.
It looks well made.
I mean, somebody found it underground. They found out that part of the oasis had actually leaked into the ground around under town, and this is the only access point that we know of.
Excellent.
All right, so your dad was saying something about holding our breath.
Well, I don't know a lot about it. I've only been down here one time, but I believe farther on, we're going to have to swim, and when we get out of here, we're going to be near the bottom of the oasis.
Okay, so do you know how long we got to hold our breath? Because I don't know how long I can.
I've
never
the trip.
tested.
I've never made the trip before.
All right, I guess we're going on faith.
Faith and need. So, I guess let's get going and
Let's
just
do it.
heavy boots just as you climb down. The climb down is a little uncomfortable. There's not really any kind of ladder or solid way to climb down here, but it's a very tight space that you can kind of shimmy down. As you land, I wouldn't call it like a sewer, but the water comes up about, I would say, a foot. And you can see where the tunnel where it's going to, it almost seems to dry out that way. And then you can see farther the other direction where it looks like the water begins to rise and the tunnel starts to become more shallow. All right, I guess we're going.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, let's
just
do it.
So that
Jinx.
way.
Yeah. So
High stakes jinx.
Corbin will start leading you all through this not sewer, this aquatic tunnel. After about 100 feet or so, you're getting up to about chest level, and it's becoming much more difficult to continue on. You get about another 50 feet, and that's going to be like your last part to get a breath before you're going to have to swim.
Cool.
Everybody's running on dark vision at the moment. Like, there's obviously no light.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. Well, this is going to be...
I guess Gronk's going to take a deep breath and plunge right in.
All right.
Zenko does the same.
Me too.
Everybody give me athletics checks.
Yay!
That's a 5.
Nathan, what'd you get?
4.
Did you add half your proficiency bonus?
Yes.
With Jack of all trades, you already did that?
Yes.
Okay.
Gronk got a natural 1.
We all drown.
So you go to inhale, you go to hold your breath, but you swallowed all the air and then you farted it out, and you're so confused right now. I did it wrong.
Okay. Corbin got a modified 15.
So he
made
just
it.
drags everybody with him.
No, he is swimming. Okay. So Corbin starts swimming ahead, getting the highest roll. Notices after about 40 feet, turns around, and like it looks like Gronk is almost drowning, like super struggling to like get his bearings under the water. And notices that the other two of y'all haven't really made any progress, is like, and like swims back and motions to y'all to like go back to where like y'all can get some air. What the hell just happened?
I breathed out instead of in.
I just
All
I
right.
think I peed
Wait.
a little.
Oh,
I got
this
so
water
confused.
was so pure.
Wait, is that why it got so warm over here?
All right, how about this time? Clearly, I'm the strongest swimmer, so
Okay.
I'll take the lead.
Yes.
And then followed by Ulas,
Yes.
and then somehow the frail elven boy beat out. All right, sure. We're gonna tie
I'm
a rope
not
between us.
frail.
Well, to you he is, or to him you are.
I mean, I got muscles and stuff.
I mean, I feel
Guy's
like
rocking a 20 strength. Like,
I know.
I feel like somebody should be behind me. I'm just saying.
Nah,
all right, no, he's got a good point.
I'll be in the back. Shit,
all right.
I'll roll in the back, man.
All right. Well,
We got
this time we've all got the rope.
Yes.
Ride or die.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it's the first.
All right, let's go. Let's do this again. Athletics check. Honestly, a good time to botch is at the very beginning.
Modified 15.
Oh,
Okay, this one's better. A 15.
all right. That is enough successes. You guys managed to make your way probably about, I would say about 60 feet through this tunnel. Everybody give me perception checks.
All right, I got 10.
Natural 20 for Gronk.
Oh, nice.
7 for Zenko.
All right, still enough successes. You managed, as you're digging, like kind of swimming through, you occasionally bump into a wall as like there's too much silt kind of being kicked around. It's a little hard to see, but you manage to break free, and you realize as Corbin is dragging, kind of leading the way, and you all manage to follow the rope trail, you get out into y'all are now in the oasis.
Nice.
So far, it has been about a minute.
Starting to get a little nauseous there.
Yeah. What's everybody's constitution modifiers?
Gronk has a +2.
+1.
+1.
All right. Zenko and Deke, you guys are starting to get a little worried. I mean, you are now in the oasis part, so there's a little bit more hope. But you guys feel like you're going to start running out of air fairly soon.
Okay.
Everybody go ahead and give me another athletics check. Try and swim out.
It's a dirty 21 for Gronk.
Yes, that's a 17 for Deke.
All right.
I did it when it's important.
That's an 8 for Zenko.
All right.
Oh, no.
At least it's not a 1.
That is enough successes.
Oh, thank
Y'all
God.
did. Yeah, it seems like y'all are about halfway out of the oasis at this point. You're a little kind of spread out. Corbin did not roll, like lost his sense of direction and started swimming almost towards the sort of like the center of the oasis. And Zenko started to pull like north, and the rest of y'all are trying to go west, as like that's where like the slope of the oasis is. But everybody just kind of got a little disjointed. Y'all did make progress though. One last athletics check. Well, maybe the last athletics check.
15.
16 for Gronk.
Dirty 20 for Deke.
All right, everybody. We had 4 successes that time, so everybody just starts. Everybody kind of gets their bearings, like up, and like y'all all start swimming up. Gronk and Deacon, y'all are closest to the shore, but everybody's within about 10 feet. As y'all break the surface. All right, get to the shore. And I mean, Corbin's going to get to the shore and basically collapse. And just, I don't really like swimming. I just found that out.
I don't like swimming with my armor on.
I wasn't so good at first, but I got better as we went. I guess when it comes to swimming, I'm a grower, not a shower.
I was going to say you're a fast learner, but you didn't pick up one of my dad's cues either.
We're proud of you, Deacon. Partially.
Well, I mean, he doesn't like magic people. I get it.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm the best.
You know what? You are. You are. Gronk.
I went from 0 to hero, guys. I did it.
We'll give you a nice, big, polished wooden plaque for you to carve your name in.
I'll take it.
As you all crest above the water, coming out of this water tunnel, out of the oasis, kind of all catching your breath. It takes you a second before you start to hear it, and then you hear the sounds of battle going off towards the city again. You hear the shouts of the dwarves, and it's almost like you can, in the echo of your mind, hear that clawing going against the wood, but the sound doesn't travel this far. All right, they've already started the attack. Let's go. Let's
do it.
Is that what we're doing?
Yes.
Yeah, let's go up, but
Charge forward. No, swing wide.
No, let's stealth our way up to it.
All right.
If we just run up, then he's gonna hear us coming, and then he's gonna call skeletons back, and that's gonna be a whole other thing.
That could be saving my people.
Yeah, but if we sneak up, then we can just it gives us the upper hand on killing the guy.
I suppose so. All right.
Or at least capturing him. Find out why he's doing this.
Very well. All right. Lead on.
Or they. It could be a they. I don't know. Or she.
I didn't see him.
Let's just get on with it.
I think you all have a better idea of where this tent is, and lead on.
I'm going to lead the way.
Okay.
Stealth.
Go ahead and everybody give a stealth check.
Why is it every time I go, I'm going to lead the way? I do bad. I rolled a 9.
Okay.
30-20 for Gronk.
That's a 12.
All right. Y'all make it about, I would say, a quarter mile. You can start to see that back end of the camp where you assume whoever this wizard is hanging back.
Mm-hmm.
Around this time, you actually see these big bursts of flame shoot up right near the front gate.
Oh, shit.
And then there's just a mass of burning skeletons right at the front gate.
Yes.
Looks to be about 40 of them. And you hear the rallying cries. It seems like a lot of the dwarves are moving from the sides over towards the gate, shooting down. Following that, probably about 12 seconds later, you see a sphere of flame start rolling up to this fire and then up and over it, up to the walls, and starts going around the top.
Oh, that's not good, guys.
Okay, fuck. Let's sneak faster.
Yes.
Okay. Everybody go ahead and give me another stealth check.
14.
21 for Gronk.
21 for Deke.
All right. That would be a group success. Y'all move up. You do notice you're probably 300 feet away as you see a contingent of about 12 skeletons that seem to be moving in a circular, they move as a circle, seem to be withdrawing from the fight. And shortly thereafter, you notice that this flaming ball dissipates. And it seems like this circle is moving away from the battlefield towards the tent.
Cool. How far away are we from the tent?
At this point, you're about, with them moving, I would say about 350 feet.
Okay. Hey, y'all, I think that circle of skeletons coming back toward the tent is probably the guy. So we should try to intercept them at the tent.
Good idea.
That sounds like a great idea.
All right, cool. Let's go.
Can we see if there is somebody in the middle of the circle of skeletons?
I would say at this point, all circumstances considered, no.
And how far are they?
At this point, about 350 feet.
So we're 350 away from them and 350 away from the tent?
Yeah. I mean, triangulating it, I would say that's about the case. Then probably about 450 away from the front gate.
Hey, Zenko,
Yes.
can you make that circle go away?
Okay.
The flaming sphere?
It's a flaming sphere.
Oh, the circle.
No,
The circle of
the circle.
skeletons.
Skeletons.
Okay.
The
Circle
of
skeletons? But of course. Turn on.
I don't believe at this distance you can't.
Oh, they're too
Yeah.
far away.
Yeah,
How about we
need
try
get
to sneak
closer.
into the tent?
Or we just intercept them on the way to the tent.
We could do that too. Let's do it.
Okay, so you guys all set basically an intercept course.
Yeah.
All right. I'll say you get within, let's say, 150 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys still trying to be stealthy?
Yes.
Okay. Everybody go ahead and give me one last stealth roll.
That is a 20 for Gronk. I am doing well on stealth.
That's a 9 for Zenko.
Oh, that's a natural 1 for Deacon,
It's a
apparently.
natural one.
Oh,
All right.
fuck. Does
Fortunately,
Gronk's natural 20 cancel out Deacon's natural 1?
No, but
is it a natural 20?
It wasn't a natural 20. It was a modified.
Damn
But
it.
we
Dirty
need-
20.
Damn.
we need Corbin to do good, right?
Yeah.
A natural 1 on a group check would count as 2 fails.
Fuck.
So that would be 3 fails to 2 successes.
No.
As you all get about 120 feet away, you notice that this circle of skeletons seems to break and seems to almost form a line and start moving towards you.
Oh boy.
And everybody go ahead and give me initiative.
17 for Zenko.
13 for Gronk.
It's a dirty 20 for Deke.
Starting at the top of the initiative order, it's going to be Deacon and the necromancer.
Fuck. All right, who's first?
Deacon, go ahead. You will go first.
Okay. How far away are they?
About 120 feet.
120 feet. I'm going to cast Dispel Magic to try to break his spell over the skeletons.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead and describe it. It's like an AoE or a targeted spell, correct?
Choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. For each spell of 4th level or higher on the target, make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. On a successful check, the spell ends. And the highest I can cast is at 3rd level. So the DC is 13.
You're rolling an ability check to try and dispel against them.
Oh. I thought they had to roll.
No.
So I just got to beat a 13.
You have to beat
I have no
10,
idea.
10 plus the spell level,
Well, I rolled a 6,
plus your ability modifier,
which is 4.
plus half of your proficiency, I believe.
So that
because
that
of
would
Jack
be,
of all trades, it actually affects dispel magic.
So it's 11.
Fortunately, the spell seems to hold.
Man, that would have been cool.
Yeah, that would have taken out about 5 people out of the fight.
All right. Give me. I'm just gonna run my full speed, which would be 30 feet, and then. But as I'm running, I'm gonna look at Corbin, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, Corbin, your hammer's real big, and you're awesome. I believe that you can do some bone crushing tonight." And
All right, thanks.
And that's bardic inspiration.
Let's do this.
Is that what the
I
kids
gave
are
him bardic
calling it this day?
inspiration. Yeah.
Necromancer's not going to currently do anything. That'll bring us to Zenko.
How far away is the necromancer from me?
You don't have visual on him at the moment. He's beyond your dark vision.
Okay.
If you imagine he was at the center of this circle of skeletons, he's about 120 feet away.
Oh, well, I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt then. Level 3
Okay.
Guiding Bolt into the center of that circle.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an attack roll with disadvantage.
One was a 14, and the other one was a 16.
Okay.
Do either of those hit?
As your guiding bolt goes shooting up to this hill, kind of where the tent, closer-ish to where I guess the tent was located, towards where you assume the center of that circle was, your bolt screams through the sky, and all of a sudden it seems like it hits a wall and like shatters and dissipates
Damn.
and like spreads off into the sky. And it almost looks like it hit like a weird bubble and then bounced off, like, and just like broke once it hit it.
Coises.
That'll bring us to, unless you're doing anything else, Zenko, are you moving forward at all? Or...
I guess I'll move forward.
Okay, so y'all are now, Deacon and Zenko are within 90 feet?
Yeah.
All right. The two groups of skeletons march towards y'all, are not able to make it. Gronk, it'll be you.
Okay, so Gronk is going to move forward 30 feet and cast. Let's do magic missile. He's going to do it with. I guess I'm going to aim at 3 different skeletons.
Go for it.
3 for the first one, 2 for the second, and 2 for the third.
As you shoot into this crowd of skeletons, just trying to mark targets, it seems like one gets a huge chunk of it blown off, and then you knock off another, like, part of a rib cage on another one, and then another one you blow off at the elbow. But it seems like they're all still standing, but not quite as effective. Is there anything else? You already moved. Action.
Yeah, I've already moved.
Okay.
No, that's my turn.
All right, cool. Corbin's going to move forward. He's actually going to go just a little bit faster than you guys. Yeah, he is, actually. He is going to charge in, and as he's screaming, you see him, like, scratch across his chest and just yelling out, "For Boulder Beer!" And he just brings out this hammer, and you see him swinging it over his head like he's about to just do the dumbest croquet swing of his life and, like, try and, like, clobber somebody to the moon. Rushes up, and he gets right up into their faces. Unfortunately, can't attack this round. But that will bring us back to the top, Deacon.
About 90 feet?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, you're about 30 feet away from the skeletons and Corbin.
Okay. I'm going to cast this. I'm going to cast Fairy Fire on the area.
Okay.
Where, like, the baddies are.
I'll say effectively you can hit all the skeletons and Corbin.
Okay. But I can't hit Batman.
It's a 20-foot cube.
Yeah. Fair.
Yeah, he's not in that fray.
He's behind that. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Or everybody has advantage on attacks against anybody in that group.
Yes.
Now the necromancer is going to cast darkness, which I basically think is going to just completely cancel out your fairy fire. It's almost like you can see, like...
You can still see the outline.
Yeah, it's almost like each of these skeletal figures in Corbin have their own event horizon of light that kind of spirals and twinkles around them a little bit.
Yeah.
But everything else in there is complete. Like, you can't see you can't see the ground, you can't see the sky, you can't see past it.
Yeah.
And
then I'm going to cast Bardic Inspiration on Gronk, and I'm going to be like, Hey Gronk, you're gonna kill a whole bunch of these skeletons with your switchblade sword. It's gonna be real cool, and I believe in you.
all right, take your is it a D8 now?
Yes.
Okay. Zenko, that will bring us up to you.
Turn undead. I cast turn undead.
Okay.
As long as they're within 30 feet of me.
Do they have to have sight on you?
Ooh, yeah, that's right.
That can see or hear
Or
you
hear.
within 30 feet.
So,
Yep.
I let out a blood-curdling shriek
My. Okay.
so they can hear me. They can't
And
see
it
me.
terrifies Gronk.
All right. All right. As you cast Turn Undead, you see what looks like the 5 skeletons close, like farther away from town, seem to start shuffling away from you. And as they do, you can just barely see in this weird like shadow box fight going on inside this darkness spell. You see Corbin's hammer come in and just and slams on top of one of the skeletons, and it goes down.
Nice.
The other 5 don't seem to be affected by your channel divinity. That will bring us to skeletons. Are just gonna swarm on Corbin. Corbin seems like he gets swiped at a few times, but it's like, as far as you can tell from his visage inside, it seems like he's shrugging it off. That will bring us to Gronk.
Gronk is going to cast Message.
Okay.
And send it to the necromancer. Hey, why are you doing this?
We bring the new destiny.
All right, well...
That'll be, unless you want to do anything else with your turn, Gronk. You want to move forward into the darkness, or?
I'm going to move forward into the darkness.
Okay.
I'm going to use Action Surge.
Okay. Awesome. Go for it.
I'm going to try to tackle the necromancer and, like,
You don't really
grapple
have
him.
You don't really have a bead on him. You knew his general direction.
Yeah.
He's not in this melee. He's actually pushing about 90 feet.
Okay, so then instead I'm going to go ahead and attack one of the skeletons that I can see because of the...
Okay, you would get extra attack with this, so you can have 2 attacks.
Yes. So I guess I'm going to attack 2. So the first one does not do it. The second one is a 17.
17 definitely hits. What was your modified roll on your first?
6.
Oh, yeah, no. Wait. How?
Oh, no, wait. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All I did was add my proficiency. That's wrong. It's a 3 plus 9, so 12.
12 will hit.
Okay. So then I guess they both hit. Because
There's swarms of zombies.
14 plus 9. Yeah. I did wrong. So the first one is a 12.
Okay, that skeleton just tear out its torso.
The next one is a 16.
16. Yeah, also, Gronk goes full like hurricane here in the middle of these skeletons.
Yeah.
Starts taking them out.
And I would assume those 2 that I was attacking were not the ones that
Were
yeah.
Yeah, probably not. Okay. That will bring us to Corbin, who, enlightened and empowered by this other frenzied warrior, that he can't actually really see you. But
he just hears me.
Yeah, he hears you crushing, and he sees these like fairy fired
crushing it.
Yeah, these fairy fired skeletons just kind of dissipating in their sparkles go away as life or unlife leaves them. He turns just, oh, that's right, let's do this! And he turns and just clobbers one of their heads off, immediately tries to carry the weight to take on another one, but it somehow just seems distracted and moves out of his range. That'll bring us up to Deacon.
Yes, I'm just going to pull out my rapier and charge in and attack. Well, I hope it's a skeleton. Yeah.
Okay. Go for it.
All right. So that's a 12? No. 13.
13 will hit. Yeah.
Awesome. That's 10.
10 damage. Yeah. You strike right into the spinal column of one of the skeletons that's still standing there, and it just cracks in half. Seems like whatever magic was holding it together is left.
Ha ha ha. I did it.
All right.
And then I'm gonna call out to Zenko. Zenko, we can do this all together. We need you to help us in the fight, and then you're gonna be great, and we're gonna do awesome. Thanks.
You're so inspiring, Deacon.
Yeah, you now have bardic inspiration.
All right. Necromancer does not seem to do anything. Zenko, it's up to you.
Can I sense how close the necromancer is at this point?
No.
What is around me?
You have a wall of kind of shadow boxing going on in front of you. You can't really see past it. You can look towards the city, towards your right, and you can see that seems like the flames that are up on top of the walls have been put out. It looks like the flames out in front of it still seem to be going fairly strong. It seems like the skeletons there are mostly staying that way. It looks like there are forms that are breaking off and coming towards you, though.
All right. I cast Sacred Flame.
Okay. Just at one of the skeletons in the darkness?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a dexterity saving throw. Yeah, no.
That would be 8 points of damage.
Okay. Is this at one of the fleeing skeletons or the one that still seems to be standing there?
The one that's still standing there. There's no point in me attacking the fleeing ones at the moment.
Okay. Following that, would you like to do anything else with your turn?
I guess I'll move forward toward the shadow boxing box of darkness. Toward the spoopy, scary skeletons.
You step into it. I mean, your vision goes completely dark.
Woo.
You can see Corbin, and then you can see 5 skeletons that seem to be trying to scramble away from you. Or, sorry, not 5. You have 4 skeletons that are scrambling away from you.
Cool.
Gronk, Corbin, and Deacon, you all get attacks of opportunity.
14 for Gronk.
That's a 21 for Deke.
All right, 3 hits. Let's go.
I got a 12.
Nice.
Nice.
15.
All right. And that was a modified 14 from Corbin. As these skeletons start to try and just kind of stumble away, and it's a little awkward. It's like they're backing up and trying to turn, which is very awkward for them to do. And as they're doing this weird spinal twist, you all just poof, 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 and take out 3 of them. There's just 1 left inside. But he does manage to scramble away. Let's see. Gronk, you are up. You cannot see anything at the moment. Except Corbin.
So are my other senses heightened? Because damn it.
You are not
Like a
Daredevil.
sense of taste.
I mean, I know where Corbin is. Do I have an idea of where Deacon is?
Vaguely, you saw him, you heard him, and then you saw one of these skeletons dissipate.
So I'm going to use the skeleton that I can see scrambling away.
Oh, it's gone.
Okay, but I saw it though, right? So I know what direction it was
you saw
going.
it walking away.
Yeah. So I'm going to use that as a guide, and in that vicinity, in a straight line, I'm going to try to attack the necromancer with my longsword.
Okay.
So I'm just stabbing wildly, basically.
All right. I mean, so you're just striking wildly in front of you towards that direction?
Yes.
Okay.
And obviously moving forward as I do it.
Oh, okay. As you move about 15 feet, the night sky and your vision comes back.
Woo.
And you can look forward. You can see the image of the tent, about 100 feet ahead of you. You can look back, and as you turn your head, you see that same wall of darkness behind you. And you can still see Corbin standing in the middle of it with that weird shadowy spectral image.
Okay, so I can assume it's about a 30-foot radius or 30-foot diameter.
Something around that. It's a little hard to guess at this range, but you took about 15 feet. You moved out of it.
Okay, well I'm going to turn back around and go 15 feet back in.
Okay. All right, you go back in.
I'm gonna I bump into anything?
The only person you really know where they are at this point, after you like walked out and walked back in, is the only person you can see is Corbin.
I'm trying to feel my way through the darkness to try to find this guy.
I mean, you can swing wildly if you want, or
He's
feel out, or
not in the darkness though.
said he went into the darkness.
I went back in.
No, the necromancer.
He doesn't know that.
Cast magic missile.
Okay.
Maybe he is the darkness.
I attack the darkness.
Like, I really have
All right.
no idea. Okay.
All right. No, I mean, if that's what you do, that's what you do.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Are you swinging, or are you just walking and trying to
Well,
like, find something?
At this point, I don't want to swing and hit Deacon, so I'm just gonna like try to feel around and see if I
Feeling
can-
around
Fuck
with his hands.
Zenko.
It's like a key party
Yeah.
when you turn the lights off.
All right. You know what? Let's find out what happens. Probably nothing. Well, this is happening. Gronk, I don't think you've ever touched a woman intimately.
Oh no.
Jesus Christ.
Zenko, you kind of hear like a little bit of like shuffling feet, and like you can't really see anything going on around you, and all of a sudden like just right around like the back side of your inner thigh, it feels like somebody just like kind of like bumps into it kind of uncomfortably, and then you hear behind you like Gronk's just
I got him. I got him. He grabs.
Not a skeleton.
if you try to grapple her, do it.
That's
This is very funny, and I want it to happen.
that's her response. Not a skeleton.
All right.
I feel like, I mean, he would just like immediately, as soon as he like
Bumped into something.
bumps
Yeah.
into somebody, he's gonna immediately try to grapple.
Go for it. All right, go ahead and give me an athletics check. And Zenko, give me an athletics or acrobatics check to get out.
That's a 15.
That is a 10.
You are grappled by your half-orc friend.
Guys, I think I got him.
Not a skeleton. Definitely not a skeleton. That is
What?
that is my thigh. Notice that there's meat
Gronk-
on it.
Gronk is very uncomfortable. Well, he's trying to find the necromancer, so he's not looking for a skeleton.
Well, definitely not
particularly,
a necromancer.
To your side, this kind of outlined figure just, what's going on? Where is he? Let's go get him. Come on. I can't see a damn thing.
Let's leave the darkness and try to find him from there, please.
Yeah, Corbin bolts out.
And we're still in initiative, right?
Yeah.
All right. So Corbin bolts out of the darkness.
Yeah, he's going towards to where he thought the tent was.
So I do want to say this. I feel like as soon as Gronk heard it was Zenko, he'd be like
He would let go.
so petrified, and he just like immediately lets go.
Okay, that's fine. Deacon, you're up.
All right. I am also going to just like run in the direction that I think the tent is in.
Okay. After about 15 feet, you break through the edge of the darkness, and you can see the outline of the tent up ahead of you. Off to your right, looks like you have about maybe 30 to 45 seconds before it looks like there are figures coming towards you.
Okay. And is Corbin out here with me?
Yeah, he's actually probably about 10 feet ahead of you.
Okay.
Well, are you double moving, or are you just
I
moving once?
I was just moving once.
Okay, yeah, he bolted.
Okay. Then I guess I'm gonna cast enlarge on Corbin.
Yes. Giant
So
dwarf.
he's gonna be normal size.
All right.
He technically becomes a large creature.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's probably about 7.5, 8 feet tall at this point. Just all of a sudden, like, he almost stumbles for a second and just... And there's almost delight. Like, you can almost see it from behind him as you see his figure swell and almost with reinvigorated energy just starts storming off again.
Oh, I bet he's feeling good right now.
Oh, yeah.
Has he used his bardic inspiration?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Got that big dwarf energy.
Zenko, you're up.
Zenko does a double run out of the out of the darkness.
Away from Gronk.
I love it. All right, you double move out.
Yeah.
All right, y'all are about, at this point, I would say about 100 feet away from the tent. If you double moved.
Yeah.
Which...
I just single moved.
Yeah, you just single moved.
Because I casted enlarge on...
That's right. Skeleton, just the one still there, is like shambling off back towards the mountain range that y'all came from. Gronk, you're up.
I guess I'm going to double move out.
Yeah, I mean, that's the last person you could see was Corbin, and he bolted. And you might be mortified about what you just did to Zenko.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, most definitely.
All right, you double move out. So you're about 100 feet away. Corbin's going to double move again. Does enlarge increase their movement speed?
Until the spell ends, the target has advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws.
Cool.
The target's weapons also grow to match its new size. While these weapons are large, the target's attacks with them deal 1d4 extra damage.
Okay. Corbin's going to double move again. He's about 20 feet away from the front of the tent. The Boulder Bears shall have their revenge! And he's almost like doing like swings in front of him just in case anybody's coming out of the front entrance. And that will bring us to Deacon.
Cool. So how far away am I from the tent?
You're about 100 feet.
100 feet. I'll just double move.
You were 130. Everybody else was 100 because everybody else double moved.
Yeah, so I'll double move now.
Okay, so you're about 70.
Yes.
Cool.
When I move 60.
Well, you're about 70 feet away. Yeah.
Yes, 70 feet. You're right.
Okay.
I'm bad at math.
We'll go ahead and say Zenko, you're up.
All right. Double move again.
All right, that'll bring you're 40 feet away.
Cool.
All right, skeleton's still running off into the distance. Actually, you get about 120 feet away, and it's still like scared of you, but can't approach. Gronk, you're up.
Double move.
Double move. That puts you 40 feet away as well, I believe. Corbin
Double moves. Just kidding.
doesn't have to.
And
Well, might not have to. I don't know.
Everybody said to double move.
Yeah. Corbin has extra move speed, though. All right. Corbin's going to run in. And from inside, you hear, like, oh, you son of a bitch!
Uh-oh.
Right. That'll bring us to Deacon. You all can kind of notice that your dark vision isn't completely necessary. You can see light starting to flicker on inside this tent.
I mean, do I see like silhouettes? Like,
You're still 70 feet away. Like, you can just see it looks like there's light coming from inside this tent flap.
yeah, I mean, I'll just double move.
Okay, you're right at the entrance. You will, as you get closer to it, you notice that there are definitely flames starting inside this tent.
Okay.
Fun.
That's the end of my turn.
Just within audible range, you hear this voice. Well, I'm getting out of here. You fucking stay here. These are your little creatures. We'll go ahead and say it's Zenko. You're up.
Well, I'm like 40 feet from the tent, but I'll go up 30 more feet and cast Guiding Bolt into the tent.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead and do it with disadvantage, since you don't really have a bead on shooting into the tent.
So my good roll, my disadvantage roll is 17.
Okay. Now to figure out who that hits.
That'll be 14 points of damage. To whatever poor motherfucker
Okay.
gets hit.
It's not the necromancer,
Damn it.
but that guy's not looking good. Okay. Gronk.
So, question.
Mm-hmm.
If Gronk double moves and goes straight through the tent, what does that do?
You would just go into the tent.
I mean, you would go into the tent. You would, if you don't want to get caught up in it, I guess. Like, you would have to try and slice it, but
Like, I'm just thinking, like, if he's running full speed and goes into this tent, would it, like, not break apart?
I would give you an athletics check, I suppose.
Skewer someone with
All right, I'm going to do that.
Okay.
I'm just going to run full speed at the tent.
All
See if you
right.
can collapse it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Gronk
Go ahead and give me an
pile.
athletics check.
That is a 19.
Woohoo.
He's like, don't look at me. I was like, I mean, it's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, I do have my bardic inspiration. I could add. Okay, I might add bardic inspiration. That's +2, so 21.
Okay, this is interesting. All right.
You're welcome.
As Gronk barrels through, as you look around, you see this dark robed figure, and what little firelight that's hitting him. It's his cloak seems to have that same effect where it's almost like it's absorbing light. And then you look over and you see what looks to be like not like an armored figure. It just looks like a person in traveling clothes who looks like they were trying to escape through a bottom flap towards a different corner. They're also glowing as if they've been struck by a guiding bolt. And as you slam, you're running straight from the entrance to the opposing side. You notice that one of these beams that's holding it up is about 5 feet to the left. You start to veer towards it and you crack into it, and about half this tent falls and starts getting nipped by these flames again, or getting nipped by these flames even more. The necromancer's on the opposing side, next to what looks to be like a traveling desk, kind of a makeshift prop up desk. His side still seems to be up, and that's also next to where Corbin is. But it seems to have kind of collapsed around you and around whoever this figure was that was trying to escape.
I'm envisioning all of this in slow motion.
Dun, 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 dun,
It's
dun, dun.
it's very much like you run in and there's almost there's a beat where everybody is just watching what's about to happen. And as it starts to happen, some people try to get out of the way, like the guy trying to escape is trying to get that little opening open a little bit more, and the half of the tent just starts falling down and entangling both of you.
Okay.
That'll bring us to Corbin.
He's going to fight the tent too.
He's going to turn towards this necromancer. He's just, all right, you son of a bitch. Bringing these abominations to my town. It's time to die. Wow.
Max damage.
It would be max damage. He would be doing... Good Lord.
I mean, plus whatever Nathan adds.
Nathan doesn't add anything.
Well,
Not to the damage.
the gigantic.
Oh, that does get added. That's correct. Forgot about that.
Yeah, it's another D4.
Nice catch.
That was a 1. So 32 points of damage.
Woo!
However, he has been hit by Ray of Enfeeblement, so he only does 16.
Oof.
but that does force a concentration check on the necromancer. 7, that fails. Okay, he is no longer enfeebled.
Yes.
Nice.
That'll bring us back up to the top. Deacon, you are up.
All right, so I'm going to go in the tent. And do I see the necromancer right there?
Yeah, he's about 10 feet to your right.
Cool. And he's just wearing like a robe, right?
As far as you can tell.
Does he have any like metal on him?
Nothing predominant.
Like a bracelet, maybe?
Sure.
He's got a bracelet on. All right.
I'll say he has like some fancy like metal arm bands.
Okay. Then I'm gonna cast heat metal.
Okay. I believe you have to hit him, right?
Says choose a manufactured metal object such as a metal weapon or a suit of heavy or medium metal armor that you can see within range. You cause the object to glow red hot. Any creature in physical contact with the object takes 2d8 fire damage when you cast the spell. Until the spell ends, you can use bonus action on each of your subsequent turns to cause this damage again. If a creature is holding or wearing the object and takes the damage from it, the creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or drop the object if it can. If it doesn't drop the object, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of your next turn.
All right, go ahead and roll your damage.
So that's, what is that, 2d8? 14. And because he's wearing it, he can't take it off. He can't drop it.
No, he can't drop it. He would have to physically remove it next turn. That would be something like he was dropping it.
Yeah.
All right, claim your kill.
Cool. So his as his armbands glow red hot, it glows so hot that his arms actually catch on fire and then just fall right off. It just melts his arms right off of his body. And as the blood is pouring out of his arms from what should have been cauterized wounds, but it wasn't because it's magic fire. Magic heated metal. So instead, he just bleeds out. And as he falls on the ground, he looks up at me, or he looks up at Deke, and he goes,
He has lines.
"Oh, he has lines."
He does.
Okay, then he doesn't say what I was gonna have him say then.
No.
But he falls down on the ground, and he's fallen, and he can't get up because he doesn't have arms to get up. He looks like he's like a turtle when it falls down.
He's completely disarmed.
He's completely disarmed. Stacy nailed it.
Fair.
Always do.
Fair. Okay, so as you target his metallic bracers, you notice that the skin just starts to melt underneath it, and then it
Bubbles.
Yeah, and you're not sure if he gets too close to the flames that he's already started at the desk, or if it's just interacting with your spell, but all of a sudden his arms start to catch fire, and this molten part of it just seems to start to disintegrate up his arms, and he's letting out a blood-curdling scream. And then as he hits one knee, hits another, and he just looks around at everybody in the room. I will see you again in the underbelly. And he just collapses, and you still hear like slight whimpers coming out of him before finally his body just stops moving as his arms are just gone and there's just molten skin underneath him.
I don't know. I just melted this dude's arms off.
So I'm assuming Gronk is like climbing out from under the tent at this point and stands up and is like, What did you guys do? I thought we were just going to talk to him.
I mean, the other guy's still here, right?
Yeah.
I mean, are we still in initiative?
Yeah.
All right, then. So the necromancer would have been next, so that makes sense. So
Zenko, you're up.
So tell me more about this guy who's left.
Between the blood-curdling screams of the dying necromancer and this guy being fairly caught up in this, go ahead and give me a perception check to see if you can kind of determine where he is at the moment.
That's a 10.
You know where Gronk hit, and you, I think, had just a inkling of where this other guy was. You do see like there's still like continuous movement, and you also hear it sounds like there's a horse that seems absolutely mortified at the moment, but that's out of view, and you imagine it's probably on the other side of the tent wall.
A mortified horse.
Yes.
Well, since I'm basically like only 10 feet from the tent, I'm gonna run into the spot, and I'm gonna touch the guy that's left.
He's like collapsed under. He was like at the wall, and like half the tent's collapsed. Like touching him physically is a little hard.
Okay.
Like you would have to dig your way to him through the tent.
Interesting. All right, so I'm going to let's see. All right, so instead of touching him, I'll just sacred flame in his general direction.
Okay. I'll say he's completely kind of enshrouded in the tent, but you do some damage to the tent. I'll go ahead and let.
That would be 7.
You do manage to tear like a portion of the tent wall that's collapsed down out. You think you might be able to like crawl through that torn out section.
Cool.
It's going to be his turn.
Yeah.
He's going to try and get out of this tent. He does successfully do so. Gronk, you're up.
Okay, Gronk's going to climb out from underneath the tent and look at the dead person and be like, I thought we were just going to talk to him.
Okay. I deserve to die. It was bloody beautiful. Wait. Where's the other one? Shit! And, I mean, Corbin's going to start making moves to try and, like, get out of the tent. He's going actually through the front and coming around. Gronk, you still technically have a move.
Yeah, I'm going to, I guess, try to get out of the tent as well.
All right, you're just going out the front?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. You make it out through the front. You're just basically right outside the entrance, since it would have taken you some of your move to climb out. Deacon.
So this guy is out of the tent, or is he in the tent?
He's, as far as you can tell, he's not in the tent. Last you saw is he was like trapped underneath it.
He's under the tent.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery on the guy.
Okay. You don't have a visual on him at the moment.
Oh, I have to see him. Dumb. I was like, maybe if it's just he has to hear me, but no, it is visual. You're right.
I mean, Zenko just tore like a hole through it a little bit.
So I can't see him though. I have to see him, but he has to be able to hear me.
Yes.
Okay, but I can't see him.
Not at the moment. You're still in the tent. He is crawled. He was about to get out when it collapsed, and he has successfully crawled out.
Okay.
And there's like a half of a collapsed tent that he was trapped under. That he is. You are on opposing sides of.
Well, and Corbin just ran out, so I'll just run out. Fuck it.
Okay.
I'll run out and I'll look around. Do I see him?
No. You heard the horrified horse on like the opposite side of where the entrance was, probably about 10 feet away from where Gronk like smashed into the pole.
Okay. So
you're on opposing sides of the whole like original tent now.
Okay. Then I'll just run around to the other side.
Okay. Double moving.
Yeah.
All right. You do finally get a spot on him. It looks like he's mounting a horse. You see another horse next to him that seems like it's falling. It's in the process of falling over. But he's mounted on one, and it looks like he's about to bolt.
It's literally not.
Yeah.
I mean, did it take me 60 feet to get here?
Yeah, I mean, it was
okay.
The tent's about 25 feet in diameter. You had to come 15 feet out, and then.
All right, then I'm just gonna shout out.
You're about 15 feet away from him, but you can finally like saw around the tent to where he was.
All right, I'm just gonna shout out, Corbin, this way to glory, to let him bring him over that way.
All right. Zenko, you're up.
All right. So I'm going to follow Deacon.
Okay. You also have the hole that you tore through it last round as well. I don't know which way you'd like to go.
I could go through the hole.
It's up to you.
I'll go through the hole. It'll be quicker.
All right. Go ahead and give me say an athletics check.
The dice failed me. That's a 5.
You're climbing out of a tent. It's not all that hard. 5 was the DC.
Good.
I was just checking.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Okay. So you managed to tear your way out through this hole. You see about 15 feet away from you is this mounted guy on top of a horse and basically trying to get it calm enough to where he can start guiding it away.
I'm going to... how far away is it again, you said?
He's about 15
I'm going
feet.
to cast Animal Friendship on the horse.
Alrighty. Do they have a saving throw on that?
It's a 14 wisdom.
Okay. The horse is now your friend.
Come here, pretty horsey. Come this way. It's okay.
In a terrified state, it looks like you are the only safe place it could be, and it starts kicking up a little bit and not trying to hurt you, but
Get the guy off his back.
It doesn't seem to mind the guy, just legitimately horrified by all the fire
Aw.
and commotion.
It's okay. It's okay. I won't let any harm come to you, but you might want to dump that man off your back.
All right. I give up. I surrender. And he puts his hands behind his head.
Get down.
Not going anywhere. People are fucking nuts.
Oh, yeah? You were nuts enough to attack a city. Who do you work for?
I didn't do shit.
Who do you work for? The dead guy over here?
No, we work together. But, look, they'll kill me. No.
Who will kill you?
What do you think we're going to do to you?
You've seen what they can do with these.
Yeah, but you saw what we could do with them.
Well, sounds like I'm dying either way.
Unless...
You tell us.
We'll find out unless next time on the Mundane and the Arcane.
Woo!
Ah.
Yeah.
That was good.
I was about to hit him.
Thanks for listening to The Mundane and the Arcane. Follow us on all social media platforms by searching @TMaTAcast. That's TMATACAST. If you want to be a part of the show, use the hashtag TMaTAcast, and you could become an NPC in our campaign. Or if you want to submit a magic item for Matt to insert into the story, send us an email at TMaTAcast@gmail.com.
See you, Tamata.
On the Story Song Podcast, we closely examine the story of famous story songs.
We'll walk you through the lyrics you've heard 1,000 times, but have never thought about.
Leave it to us because we overthink everything.
Spread the word around. Guess who's back in town? Why is this my job? Why is this on me now?
I didn't even like those guys.
We discuss the history of the story songs you love. Show of hands. Who here knew that Rig Springfield was Australian?
No clue.
The Wikipedia article started with, "You guys, you're not going to believe this."
The Story Song Podcast. Find it wherever you get your podcasts.
Forge Audio.
Dream it.
Build it.
Share it.